All right, hi everyone. A very good evening to all of you, and welcome back once again to our YouTube channel and the free Shiksha TOEFL classes, which have just started in the month of August itself. And we are continuing with the classes every weekday, 5 to 6 p.m. As you can see it on your screen, the first slide itself. And I can see the questions coming up already on the comment section. So, guys, just wait for your chance. You will get the opportunity to ask your queries, your problems, your doubts. Everything will be answered in the end of the class. So, once I finish off with the PPT and with the content revision, after that, I will take up your questions one by one. So, hi Vishal. Vishal is commenting, hi ma'am. Hello ma'am, how are you? Well, I'm good. I am fortunately feeling better than before. So, thank you so much, guys, for your wishes. Whoever has been, watching me live on this YouTube channel of Shiksha Study Abroad. So, yeah, I was not feeling well since like for past 2 days, and now I am all well, feeling a much better in a much better position. So thank you so much, guys, for giving such a lovely response and wishing the best for me. So thank you and welcome all of you once again. I can see the traffic going up. So welcome again to this free Shiksha TOEFL class. So as promised, also I will show you the referral codes. I will give you the referral codes in the end of the class. Okay. Those are two referral codes which you can actually apply while registering with us for the TOEFL course. Okay. So those coupon codes will be added by you while registering so that you can avail the best discounts which we are giving on the course of TOEFL. So you can avail those offers. And of course, guys, if you have not registered so far with us, definitely you should, because all these classes which Shiksha Study Abroad is giving you is all free. You do not have to pay anything. It's all free of cost. So definitely I will advise and suggest all of you, everyone, to make use of these classes as much as possible. And of course, you're getting the opportunity and chance to ask your live doubts and questions also in the end of every class. So that is also one of the boons of this class, right? So guys, I want to see your names on the comment section. Let us all flood our names as well as the locations from where you're watching us live. So please comment it down. I would love to see from where are you watching us live. So comment down your name and your locations. That means your cities, countries, places from wherever you are taking this live session. Until then, if you have not registered or subscribed to our YouTube channel, then definitely you should, because you will get the notifications around each and every video free of cost which we are putting or uploading on our YouTube channel, as well as the registration link which is just present below this video in the description. Please click on that. That will take you to our landing page, and there you will be introduced with the calendar of TOEFL. So accordingly you can join the videos. You can also rewatch the videos endless number of times if you want to like revise your reading module or your listening module. So today is the end of the listening module, let me tell you that. So people who are joining us for new, that means it is their new day or the first day of the class of free Shiksha TOEFL class, then definitely they should go back and rewatch the videos which we have uploaded on our YouTube channel for the reading and listening module. Okay, and from Monday fresh, let me just give you a hint or a reminder that we are starting with the writing module. And as you know, in TOEFL there has been an introduction of a new task in TOEFL writing exam. So guys, if you are a high aspirant of TOEFL exam, if you really want to do best in your TOEFL paper, then definitely you should look out for those which we are coming up with in future, that is on Monday itself. Okay. Okay, so I can already see the comment section going up and up. That's lovely. What a lovely response. So the first question which came up was that it was from Asif. So Asif had asked, can you give me the IELTS speaking PDF? Well, Asif, if you are a new joinee, then please click on the registration link below, and that will take you to our page And we also did in June, in the month of June, we did the IELTS syllabus in detail. And as this is the TOEFL class, so I do not want to mix up and confuse the TOEFL students with the IELTS students. So definitely, if you're looking for something related to IELTS, please go to our page. Please follow and subscribe our YouTube channel so that you can get access to all the videos which we had uploaded in the month of June. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Asif. And the next is hi everyone, Nigeria. Okay, so Gabriel is saying that he's from Shoki. Okay, so I hope I'm not pronouncing the name incorrect. If I am, then I'm sorry about it. So that is what I understood out of it. And Hamid is saying Hamid is from Iran. Wow. So we have a lot of traffic. I have seen it in my earlier videos as well that we get a lot of traffic from other countries as well, not just India. So that's a beautiful response, guys. Thank you so much for that. You are from Nigeria, Gabriel is saying. Okay. Then we have Kusuma Chaudhary. So she is from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, great. Zahir is asking, how are you, ma'am? Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm feeling much better. Thank you so much. I hope the same for all of you. Okay, great, great. So Chester is saying she is from India. Okay, great, great. So guys, thank you so much for doing that. And now we shall proceed with our class, the motto of our class. So the theme or the motto of our class would be this: to be covered. So basically, we are going to look at all the assessment questions and with answers. So definitely there will be some questions which will be without answers, so I'm going to erase this for now, and we'll only look at the sample questions because I had provided you with some of the answers earlier also in my videos. So in case you want to watch the answers along with the questions, please refer back to our videos which we had uploaded for reading and listening in detail. That means I had covered up the subtopics in detail. I had taken up each and every question in detail so that you can rewatch again. Today we will only look at the sample questions and we will understand what are different kinds of questions which come up in the listening module of TOEFL exam, and we will look at the questions how to recognize those kind of questions. Okay, so that you when you sit in the listening paper of the TOEFL exam, definitely you will understand and realize that okay, this is the question which I'm going to attempt, right? So before I actually start with the class today, I would like you all, to know about the latest TOEFL pattern which has come up. So I am sure most of you are aware of this, the latest syllabus change or the pattern change which has come up for the TOEFL exam. But definitely let's revise it once again because many of us are joining us new as a new joinee or the first comer in this class. So, guys, if you do not know, then let me tell you a small reminder that earlier the TOEFL exam was for about 3 hours, okay, in total. And that was a very lengthy time which was given to the TOEFL aspirants to finish off their modules, all the 4 modules. And there was a 10 minutes break in between after the 2 modules completion. Okay, but now the timing of the whole paper, that is all the 4 modules, has reduced to under 2 hours. Okay, and the section wise division is like this. Reading has now 20 questions. So earlier the number of questions was more, and now the reduction of questions has come up to 20 for reading, and the time which is taken for completing those 20 questions is 35 minutes. Same goes for your listening. So listening also 28 questions now. Earlier it was more. Okay, a little bit more. So there has been a very slight change. In fact, negligible change in listening and speaking. So the major changes have been in reading and writing. Just remember that. So listening again 28 questions and 36 minutes to complete this module. Speaking is 4 tasks. You will be given 4 tasks and you will have to complete those 4 in 16 minutes. Same goes for your writing. Writing will have 2 tasks. So there has been an introduction of one new task. So if you do not know, there was, integrated and independent. These 2 tasks were asked, but now only integrated task is there. And independent task in writing has been replaced by academic discussion. That one. Okay. So that we'll understand on Monday when we'll be starting fresh with the writing module from the beginning. I'll be giving you the overview of writing, what is the pattern, what is the number of questions, what kinds of questions actually come up, and then we will be taking one question each on one particular day. So this is how we'll gradually move. I do not want to hurry because TOEFL is not easy. It's quite a challenging exam, and I want you to focus on each and every tiny bit very, very carefully. Okay. So writing, as I said, two tasks will be there in the TOEFL exam, and 29 minutes you will take, that is around half an hour, to complete this writing module. And as you can see, under 2 hours. So particularly you will be finishing your TOEFL exam now in 2 hours, and there will be no interval of 10 minutes, no break of 10 minutes now. Earlier it was given, as a 10 minutes break in between, because the paper was quite lengthy. It was of 3 hours, okay? But now the TOEFL exam is for 2 hours. So guys, this is the latest, TOEFL pattern which has come up, and the latest changes in the syllabus. Now let's focus on each and every kind of question which comes up in the listening, and let's look at their sample questions. Okay. All right. So Aman is saying he's from Bodh Gaya, Bihar. Great, great guys. So Shalini says she is from Kolkata. Great. Badhon Roy is from Bangladesh. Great. Wow. Lovely. So we have a lot of traffic from outside India as well. That's great to see, guys. Thank you so much for joining us live today. And definitely till the end of the video, if you are staying with us, there are two boons. That means you will get the opportunity to ask your doubts and questions in the end about TOEFL or IELTS or any other exam which is bothering you. You will be, interacting with me on the comment section live. And second boon is that you will be getting the referral codes, because of which you can avail the best discounts. Okay. All right, guys. So without any further delay, let's start with the class. So if you have, this is for everyone, if you have attended my previous videos of the listening module, I had discussed each of these questions in detail. So in case you do not understand anything or any kind of question in the today's video, please do not be disheartened. Please do not be discouraged, because I have explained each of these questions in detail. In case you want to rewatch those videos, you have the opportunity to go to the YouTube channel of ours, that is Shiksha Study Abroad, and just subscribe on it, okay, with it, and look for the videos which were uploaded for the reading and listening section. So you will be able to, revise all the things, and then you can come back to this video again after it has been uploaded on YouTube, right? And then you can revise the questions one by one. All right, guys. So now you can start focusing on the PPT. Please do not focus on the comment section now, because otherwise you'll get distracted. Okay. Now, detailed questions. So guys, if you were a previous attendee from my videos, you must be knowing the meaning of detailed questions. I had given you also a chance to interact with me and tell me before I told you the meaning of detailed questions. So all of you, in fact, many of you just commented down on the comment section the meaning of the detailed questions. So I'm hoping that you assume it from there and you remember it from there, the videos where I uploaded the meaning of this question, right? So let me just take you through it once again very quickly in a summary. So detailed questions are understanding specific pieces of factual information. Okay, specific means very particular, nothing unimportant, only the important information. Okay, now detailed questions are usually in harmony with the main idea of the recording. Before you mark a final answer, revisit the main idea of the recording and make sure that your answer choice makes sense considering the main idea. Okay, so as I said, main idea means the main highlighting keywords or the theme, the motto of the recording. What is the reason behind saying that? So that is the main idea of the recording which you listen in your listening exam. So the question might look like this. What, what problem does the student have? So particularly we have to talk about the problem, and then we'll have to, choose one correct answer out of those four. So every time there will be 4 or 5 options provided to you. Just read your instructions very carefully, because there might be, some questions where you are asked to choose more than one option. That means two correct answers. You might be asked that. So just read the instruction very carefully. I hope you do not miss out in the exam that, for example, two answers or two correct options are asked from you and you just mark one. Please do not do that, because that would be a very silly mistake to, just omit your marks like that. So guys, this is the main idea. What problem does a student have? So we are focusing on the problem. That is the main idea of the audio. So when you listen to the audio, there will be certain things which you will feel that are important, and the questions will be based on that. And those questions are known as detailed questions, which focus on the main idea. Now we are proceeding with another kind of questions, which is main idea. So this main idea question can be said as something else as well. You can either Google it or you can find it in my videos where I previously taught these kind of questions. Okay. So main idea questions are identifying the primary purpose of a conversation or lecture. Fine. So again, primary purpose, that means the primary thought of that lecture or of that audio. So let's read about it a little bit. Main idea questions, they usually take one of the following forms. So these are the recognition points. That means how can you actually recognize that you are attempting a main idea question. The question might be like this: why does the professor ask to see the student? Okay. Or what problem does the student have? What is the main idea of the lecture? Or they can also ask, what subject is the professor mainly discussing? Right? So again, all these questions, you can see that the question is mainly focusing on the primary purpose or the main purpose, right? Which is the priority. Now the sample question can look like this: what is the main point of the professor's lecture? Right? And then there are A, B, C, D, four options given to you, and you will be choosing one correct answer out of these four. That is what the main idea question looks like. Now, if I take you to inference question, this question I asked you as well, what is the meaning of inference? And many of you gave the right answer. It means to infer, to imply, or to, make a kind of guesswork before you actually attempt the question. So let's read about it. Inference means recognizing implied information. Implied information is the information which you actually think can be the answer. So again, in other words, kind of guessing work. So inference questions will usually look very similar to one of these examples. What can be inferred from the professor's discussion of X? X is which we are talking about. Okay, it can be any subject or any object which we are talking about in the question. So what can be inferred? Either the question will look like this, or what will the student probably do next? That means again we'll have to guess it. Okay, the student can do this, or the student might do this, right? So again, a guessing work here. Or the question might look like, what is implied when the speaker says this? And this can be anything which we are talking about. Okay. So sample question is, what can be inferred about the student, right? When you listen to the audio, there is something being talked about the student, and the question comes up in front of you. What can be inferred about the student? Inferred means again you'll have to make it a guesswork, or maybe you'll have to infer or imply the information beforehand before you actually choose the right answer from these four options. Okay. Now, now I'm taking you through the organization question. Now, it is self-explanatory term. Organization means recognizing the relationship between different pieces of information, almost exclusively used for lectures. So, for example, in the listening audio in the TOEFL exam, you are hearing a lecture from a professor or from a trainer, teacher, right? And in that lecture, there are certain hierarchies. There are certain, phrases or levels which are being talked about. All right. And then you will have to find out the relationship between those different pieces or those different levels. Let's read about this question. So organization questions occur almost exclusively in lectures and are of three basic types. So there are actually three basic types of these organization question. So you can say that organization question is also divided into three subparts. Let's read about it. The first type will deal with the overall organization of the lecture. The second will ask you about the relationship between two or more parts of the lecture. And third is similar to a function question, but deals with a whole sentence. So we will also talk about the function question, in the upcoming slides. But just for you to know, it's quite similar to the function question, which will come now after, this question. Sample question of organization question can look like this. Why does the professor say this? Okay, this can be anything which is being talked about in the listening audio. And then again, there are four options out of which you'll have to choose the correct one. Now, if I take you through the attitude question, again, guys, it is quite an explanatory, self explanatory term. So, attitude means inferring the speaker's attitude or opinion. So, the question, might be related to what is the attitude of the speaker in the audio? What is he actually talking about? Or what is the inference which you can get out of it? Attitude questions, like function questions, often deal with the information that's given not just by what the speaker says, but also by how they say it. So they will ask you about the speaker's attitude, that is, what information the speaker's intonation and word choice gives you about the speaker's feelings and relationship towards the subject he's discussing. Okay. So in short, let me tell you a summary of this question. It is that, whatever this information is given to you according to the speaker, the relationship between the attitude of the speaker while saying that, thing, and about the subject or the object which he's talking about. The relationship between these two, that is what this question is about. So let's see the sample question as well. What is the professor's attitude toward study groups? So again, the word attitude is there in the question. So again, very easily you can recognize that yes, this is an attitude question. Now we come to function question, which I was talking about earlier. So function question means understanding the reason a specific thing is said. So why a certain thing is said, that reason is behind the function question. Function questions test your understanding of pragmatics or the implied meaning that we get from the context. They often will ask about a very particular part of the passage, even just a single word. Okay, so even just a single word can be asked in the question. So what does the professor mean when she says this? All right, so whatever the professor has said in the listening audio, what does she mean out of it? That means, why did she say it actually? Why that thing was said by the professor? So again, the reason behind it. That is what the function question is all about. Now, if I talk about the last question of the day of the PPT, is categorizing question. So again, a very self-explanatory term, right? So categorizing question means organizing ideas from the audio into categories based on their similarities and differences. All right. So categorizing questions ask you to sort key items from the lecture according to certain criteria. Okay. Some of the answers will usually be stated, whereas others will be implied. And the categories will usually differ from the most obvious ones mentioned in the lecture. So again, these kind of questions can come up in the form of table or in the form of flow chart, something like this. So for example, this sample question is, the professor describes various features of EMDR compared to other forms of therapy. So EMDR is one form of therapy and it has been compared to the other forms of therapy, as you can see it on the table as in the table as well. So one column is for EMDR and other is for other therapy, right? For each of the following, indicate whether it is a feature of EMDR or of another form of therapy. So what you have to do is, these three have to be clicked with this. That means whether you think this sentence is for EMDR or whether this sentence is for other therapy methods or processes. That is what you have to choose out of these three. So for each item, check the appropriate box. That means you will have to match these sentences with these two columns wherever they are falling, right? In each of the column. So this is what a categorizing question looks like. And categorizing question, basically, as I said, is organizing ideas from the audio into categories. That means into their various parts, into their various forms, and based on their similarities and differences. Okay. All right, guys. So that was all from my side. So I have introduced all of you to the different kinds of questions in the listening exam, the different kinds of questions in the reading exam of TOEFL. So now I assume that you all are aware of what kind of questions come up in the listening and reading exam, and the same we'll do for writing and speaking as well. So as promised, now I will show you the two referral codes I was talking about. So first referral code is this one, which is a combo course for TOEFL and GRE. Okay, so you can avail very special discounts. You can save a lot of money by applying these offer coupon codes to avail the best offers, to avail the best discounts, and you can register with the help of these coupon codes on our site, on our registration link. So if you want to register with us for the combo course of TOEFL and GRE, please click on this, please copy paste this referral code. I'm also copy pasting it on the comment section so that it's easy for all of you to just, copy paste it from there. And other discount which we are giving is on just the TOEFL course, sorry, just the GRE code. So again, the coupon code remains the same, SHIK in capital and 602023. So these are two discount coupon codes which we are giving to our students on a daily basis. If they want to register with us for the TOEFL or GRE course, they can avail best discounts. And as promised, one more thing, as I told you that you will be allowed to ask, you will get the opportunity to interact with me on the comment section live. That will happen right now. So I'm giving you few minutes, guys. If you have any question regarding today's class or any other question which you want to ask about TOEFL exam, please go forward and please write it down on the comment section. Now is the time. And till the time you write down your queries and your doubts, I'll answer them one by one. As well as just a small reminder again for all of those people who joined us late and have missed out on the information. If you want to register with us, please do that with the help of the link which is given below in the description, just below this video. And of course, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do not miss out on any such free videos which we are uploading on a daily basis these days. Right? So this whole month of August will go in the revision of syllabus of TOEFL and completing the TOEFL syllabus. So all of these things will be going on in the month of August. And definitely in upcoming months, we'll be coming up with more courses, with more classes for free. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do not, waste any time in looking for any other such video, because everyone is, copy pasting the material, and everyone is charging the students a lot of money, because of which the students are going away from YouTube or watching unnecessary videos which are not required. But Shiksha Study Abroad is not doing anything like that. As you can see, it's all authentic content which we are showing you, as well as the thing is that we are giving these classes for free. So that is the biggest thing, right? So Henaz is asking, hello ma'am, hope you are doing well. Yes, Henaz, thank you so much for that lovely comment. I am doing well. I am doing better, as you can see it in my energy today. And the past two videos were quite, less energetic because of my health. But yes, touch wood, I am recovering. Thank you, guys. It's all because of your wishes. Then I am okay today. I'm doing better. So Nirav says, thank you, ma'am. I had a blast. That's great, Nirav. Thank you so much. Hi. And I'm sure that you learned a lot about the TOEFL exam. So guys, these videos are especially for those who are actually, aspiring to give TOEFL very soon. If not very soon, then also these videos are going to help you, because no knowledge is, a wastage. Every time you learn something new from these kinds of videos. And okay, so Henaz is asking, I have a doubt reading about the reading section. Do we fill in a type questions in revised syllabus? Well, Henaz, getting your question very clearly, I'm assuming that you're asking, do we have a fill in the blank kind of question in the reading, right? I hope you're asking that. So let me tell you that mostly the questions will be picking up, choosing one correct answer out of four or five options. So that is what kind of questions look like in the TOEFL reading as well as the listening exam. So you do not get anything to fill basically. But yes, there might be some blanks given to you. You should be ready for every kind of question. But yes, Henas, let me tell you. Regarding the reading section. Yes. So I've got your question. I guess this was the answer, right? So I hope that answers your question. Most of the questions are MCQs, that is multiple choice questions, and you'll have to choose or pick up one correct answer out of four, five. So that is what kind of questions look like in your reading and listening TOEFL exam. Okay. So majorly these kind of questions come up. So I hope that answers your question, Henas. Brajan is asking, does the categorized question appear in every listening lecture? Or better said, how often does it appear in the listening questions? Well, it is not fixed, Brajan, first of all, okay? So just remember, even if the question is not seen in the previous mock papers, or you are revising from some of the PDFs or mock papers and you're not able to see the categorized question, please do not take it lightly. In fact, this goes for every question in TOEFL reading and listening. Okay, you as a candidate should be prepared for every kind of question, because in the exam they will not ask you before giving the question, of course. So before attempting for the paper, for any kind of paper, not just TOEFL, IELTS, PT, OET, any migrating exam which you're looking for, you should be very much ready for every kind of question, and the tips and the pattern, syllabus, everything should be on your tips, right? And as far as your question is concerned, Brajan, then these questions do not come up very regularly. But yes, as I said, they can come up in the form of a chart, a table, a flow chart, anything like that. So yes, you should be ready for that, right? So I hope that answers your question, Brajan. Hamid is asking, I cannot listen to the speaker and take notes simultaneously. What is your advice? Wow, that's a very good question, Hamid. And let me tell you, this will take a little bit of time. Okay, this is not to discourage you or anyone here. This is a pure, serious and honest advice to all of you, not just Hamid. And that is that in the listening exam, your three skills are, simultaneously checked or evaluated, I must say. And what are those three skills? I have talked about this in listening overview section also, when I covered up, the listening module in total. Uh, the first class of listening module, in fact, in the month of August. So in case you want to rewatch that video, you can do that. But yes, as far as your question is concerned, Hamid, then those three skills are reading skills, because you're reading the question. Along with that, you are listening to the audio, second skill. And third skill is that you're marking. That means you're writing your answer. You're giving the response to that question. So these three skills should be mastered before you sit for your any TOEFL, IELTS, any exam. Why am I saying that? And that will only come with gradual practice. It is not a game of one day. Okay, let me tell you that very honestly. It is not a game of one day or 1 hour or 2 days, 1 week. No, it needs persistent, it needs continuous practice. And once you start rewatching these videos which we are uploading on a daily basis regularly, and along with that, when you're giving a special, amount of time to your practice session, definitely nobody can stop you from getting a very good score in your TOEFL exam, right? So the advice is that try to move very slowly, very gradually in your practice session. Please do not, think too much about getting the scores. Initially, when you're starting with your new TOEFL practice, for example, you are a new joinee, for example, you are a new candidate for your TOEFL exam, and you want to clear your score in a very short span of time, then actually categorize or divide your time into this, that, try to practice not in one go all the questions. Try to practice fewer questions in fewer span of time, and then gradually when you start getting the score, okay, when you start improving one by one, maybe by 1 mark or 2 marks, gradually then speed up your things. That means speed up with your questions, increase the number of questions, or increase the speed of the audio maybe. that will also help you, because in TOEFL exam also, just like IELTS, you get a lot of accents, you get a lot of different pronunciations. So it might be difficult for you to understand pronunciations in one go, or it might be difficult for you to understand different kinds of accents which people have in one go, right? So just in one practice, you will not be able to understand where you are standing. So for that, a very general advice, please go slow with your practice. And if you do not have much time, then definitely you will have to increase up the speed gradually according to your exam date. So that is what I'll say. But yes, before sitting for any kind of exam, please be aware that there will be a lot of accents, there will be a lot of kind of speeding audios. Some will be slow, some will be fast, and some will be normal. So it depends on your practice, how continuous or how diligently you're doing it. So I hope, Hamid, that answers your question. It was a very long explanation, I know. Sure, this kind of explanation is going to hit you and is going to help you, increase your score in TOEFL. Rajan says, I see. Thank you. Welcome. Any other question, guys? I'm sure, guys, these videos are helping you. If not by chance, then definitely something is going wrong, because maybe because of your practice, or maybe because you're not watching the video very, you know, concentratingly. Anything can be the reason. And both of the things, as I usually say, should be in place in order to improve your score. So I know that can be difficult, what Hamid said, that listening to the speaker and making down notes, that can be, actually difficult. And yes, one more thing, Hamid, which I forgot to tell you is I have discussed about this earlier also in my first class of the listening module. Please refer back to the previous videos and the first video of the listening module. That will tell you that how to make notes, because there I had prepared a special slide, a special PPT on how to make notes in the listening paper. So please refer back to that video, it will help you. Hamid says, I see, practice makes me master, thank you a lot. Welcome. So Pratik says, I need help with speaking test. Well, Pratik, we have not started with the speaking module yet. Please wait if you can, if you do not have the TOEFL date by your side, if it's not near, then definitely you should wait for it, because right now we were dealing with listening, and today is the last day of listening module of the TOEFL exam. Now on Monday we are starting with the writing module, and after we finish writing we will come back to speaking. Okay? So we are also moving gradually. I hope that answers your question, Pratik. So you'll have to wait a little bit, dear, till the last week of August, and definitely we'll be looking and throwing some light at speaking also in detail. Yes, guys, any other question? If not, then we can wind it up. That's not an issue. And of course, after this live video, when it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, if you are watching it that time, if anyone is watching a recorded video on YouTube, hi and hello and welcome once again to this beautiful video and the free content which we are providing in this class. And also, I would love to see the comments, flooding with your locations, with your queries, your doubts. So, in case you have a doubt later on as well, after rewatching the video, in fact, not just this, any video on YouTube, when you watch and you want to ask something, you can comment down on the comment section, because we regularly answer the candidates' queries, we regularly answer the questions for our students, and we do not let them, leave them unanswered. So please do not hesitate to comment down anything regarding the questions which you have in your mind, okay, related to TOEFL. And of course, we would love to hear the feedback. We would love to hear what would you like to see next in our videos in the upcoming months. We would like to know that, so that we can improvise on it. We can improvise on our videos later on if required, and definitely we'll work on those things. And yes, that is all from my side. I cannot see any other question coming up. So with that, I'll like to take all of your leave. Okay, I would like to take a leave from you, and definitely it was a very lovely session because of you guys. Thank you so much for commenting here and being with me till the last moment of this video. And I shall see you very, very soon on Monday with a fresh new video, in fact, fresh new module of writing. So whoever is struggling and suffering with the writing module, this is the chance now. On Monday we are starting with it. So yes, Amir Sheikh is asking what skills required in writing section of TOEFL exam. Yes, so Amir, as I said, that we will be starting with the writing on Monday, and I will be discussing each and every tiny bit of the TOEFL writing exam in detail. So I will be telling you about the syllabus, about the pattern, about the number of questions, timings, the tips, the strategies, everything will be shared on Monday, fresh new class. I will be giving you a total overview of writing module in the TOEFL exam. So don't worry about that. Okay, we'll come to that on Monday. And yes, as I said, it's a weekend ahead. So have a very lovely weekend, guys. And thank you so much for joining us once again. And take care. Bye bye. And I shall see you soon on Monday.